didn't make a video about this, but I actually re-bought the Vision Pro. It just wasn't working out. But if I do decide to join another company, I would more than 100% want to join a company that has some in-office presence. We don't know if it's gonna work. This is just a guess that we have. This could all be for nothing. But I think that's also the whole point of building product. It's like, you kind of just have to take like calculated risks and see what sticks and see what doesn't stick. It's very underdeveloped. It's a much more untapped market, a lot less competitors. Good morning, y'all. It is just woke up. I think it's like 7:20 a.m. I'm about to hit a workout. You already know I got a little bike session coming up. What am I watching on YouTube today? Oh, I know. I'm watching this video. I don't know if y'all know this channel. Steven Bridges. It's like a card counter for Jack Black. One of the best channels. I just love watching this shit. We have a realistic day, very boring day in the life of somebody that is working a full-time job, but also building a software as a service, a SaaS side hustle. So we got a busy day today. Got a lot of things on the plate. We got to start off with a quick workout session, got an hour bike ride. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna wash up, meet you guys upstairs in the lab. I know it may be confusing. It's like, dude, you're working out, but you're just watching Netflix for an hour? Yeah, I am. You have a problem with it? Just a brief context about why I have this exercise bike here and why I love doing this shit. So, pretty into endurance sports. Back a couple years ago, I actually did a half Ironman, which is like 1.2 mile swim, 50.6 mile bike ride, and a half marathon at the end. Unnecessary flex, you know, I just have to drop that fact on you. But yes, I'm a huge cardio junkie, like long endurance cardio sports. So yeah, a lot of my workouts is on this stationary bike for an hour, sometimes 2 hours if it's a longer one. And I use this time as my dedicated like Netflix, YouTube binging time. Like, hey, I'm on this bike for an hour, 2 hours, might as well enjoy it and just shamelessly watch Netflix and YouTube and all that good jazz and melt my brain a bit. So we are around 20 minutes in. See you guys in 40. Just to prove that I actually did the workout, we got the receipts. It logs all of my workouts in the software. Bang. Thursday, February 29th, 1 hour. Now it is time to shower because I'm disgusting. And then I will become less disgusting and we will start chatting again. Shout out to this fat pimple in the center of my forehead. Oh God, I'm so sexy. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm in desperate need of a perm. My hair is really flat, really boring. Once again, friendly reminder to all the gross software engineers out there that are watching this video, go take a shower. Yeah, you may feel like you don't smell. You do. You should take a shower. I don't care if you haven't left the house in a day, 2 days. Go shower. You're an adult now, okay? You need to be a functioning human being, and being clean is a core tenet of being a functional human being. Got it? A new camera angle, you know? It's coffee time. We got the same beans from my last video. I'm almost out of them. I'll bring you over to the coffee counter. Although the lighting's kind of ass, but whatever, you deal with it. 24 grams of beans. We then are gonna use 400 grams of water. It is our favorite part of the coffee brewing experience, where I have to low-key violate the coffee beans. With coffee beans, when you grind these coffee beans up, static flies everywhere and it causes just a huge mess at my coffee grinder. And one simple trick to make there be less static is you literally just get your finger and you kind of just, you swirl it around with it. I don't know, I feel like I'm violating these beans. It just feels dirty, you know, like, little sus behavior right there. Got my Baratza Encore. I have had this coffee grinder for probably almost 6 years at this point. I kind of want a new one though. And then my friends got me a brand new Ember mug. I still have my old one, but this new one, well, my old one, the battery is kind of shot, and this new one, it's bigger, and they got the copper one, so I think it's a way better color. So shout out to the homies. I don't know if they watch my videos, but if you do, shout outs, I really appreciate it. This is an awesome gift. Really appreciate it, guys. While the water is boiling and coming up to temp, I was chatting with my co-founder of Perfect Interview. His name is Mang Duck. You may have seen him on Instagram. This is his page right here. He's pretty big on TikTok as well. So he's been my co-founder through this whole thing. The whole reason of Perfect Interview was to provide mock interviews for people that are trying to get jobs, to give you the most realistic job interviewing experience practice out there before your actual interview. And originally, we had like 3 different product offerings. We had like the mock behavioral interviews, which is a product where you can upload a job description and upload your resume, and then it guides you through a mock behavioral interview. Then we also had launched the mock coding interview, the mock software engineering interview for all of y'all, because all the software engineers out there, I'm guessing if you're watching my channel, you're probably a software engineer. So I wanted to create that for all the software engineers out there so that they can find Perfect Interview useful for their mock interviewing needs. And then the third product that we launched was a mock investment banking interview, because my co-founder Andrew, he has an investment banking background. Water's done boiling, let me make the coffee, then I'll finish this chat upstairs in the office. Picking up on the little tangent that I was on downstairs, we built the investment banking interviews for his audience, just because that is the industry that he knows. Essentially, we were trying to create 3 separate products, right? Because the investment banking interview and the behavioral interview and the coding interview, they are all super different in their interview formats. And we try to create as much, and while we try to create as much like common technology, common formats across all 3, it just wasn't working out. So with that in mind, I think we have to make the decision to go with one product moving forward, one core product, and then later on, maybe in a couple months, we can add the other product again. We wanted to choose either the investment banking interview route or the coding interview route. And I think after going back and forth, we are going to move forward right now with the first product being the investment banking interview route. And honestly, there's a lot of reasons behind this, so please feel free to skip this portion because I'm gonna just be ranting and yapping like crazy. But if you find this interesting, just feel free to listen, The first big reason is the fact that the software engineer interview prepping market is hugely saturated. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think that Perfect Interview's method of doing the mock coding interviews is differentiated enough that it can still carve out a small wedge in the interview space, but still just a ton of competition. Whereas if with the investment banking interview prep site, it's very underdeveloped. It's a much more untapped market, a lot less competitors. And also on top of that, the investment banking recruiting season is a lot more cyclical. It only happens during certain times of the year. And that time of the year is coming up right now from March to July. That's what my friend Andrew is telling me at least. Whereas the software engineering interview cycle, it kind of happens year round. So there's a little bit more of a time pressure to hit this investment banking recruiting season that's just starting off, whereas software engineering, it'll kind of always be there, right? So while that was the decision that we made, it wasn't easy. And honestly, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little sad. Like, I want to build a product that I have a personal connection to. And I feel like I have a good take, I have good insight into the software engineer interview realm. So that's why I wanted to build something for the other software engineers, for you, my subscribers, to help land your dream job in tech wherever you may end up. But when I look at the situation objectively, it's like, the investment banking interview market is the better one right now, at least. I am planning to come back to the coding interview market, the software engineer interview market, but at least not right now, probably not for the next couple of months. One of the most important lessons I have learned over the building products over the past couple of years is that you cannot get too attached to one idea. Because when you are drinking that copium, that Kool-Aid on your idea too hard, you might not see a better opportunity around the corner. So right now it is currently around 9 a.m., a little late start to the day. But because my team and my corporate job is all based out of the Pacific time zone, I probably don't go online till like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. around there, and then I'll work until like 6 p.m. around that time as well. So I have roughly an hour, maybe an hour and a half to do some more coding work where I had to build out some more investment banking features for Perfect Interview. And then I got the day job. The day job is pretty busy right now. We're working on a brand new feature. I was out of office last week, so I'm kind of lagging behind some of my other coworkers. They're like, bro, we already got this feature. Where are you at, dog? Like, we ready to launch. So I got to try to pump that out today. I don't think I have too many meetings. Let's see. Oh, actually, there's a company all hands, 3 stand-ups that I have to go to. So today actually is a pretty meeting heavy day. So I got to build that out today, this brand new feature that we're launching. And then we're going to end the day coming back to the investment banking interviews. And then tonight I'm meeting up with a couple friends for dinner. They are going on vacation for the next week. And because I have attachment issues, I want to see them one last time before they head off in the next week. So that's the plan. We got to get grinding. Let's dive into the investment banking interviews of what we're going to build. Also, fun fact, I didn't make a video about this, but I actually rebought the Vision Pro. I know, I'm mentally ill. I returned it, then during that 1 week I didn't have it, I had like returner's remorse. I was like, I miss it. Where's my Vision Pro? I wish I had it again. So I got the Vision Pro again. So I'm bullish on the Vision Pro. I'm forcing myself to use it. Do I have an absolute immediate use case for using it? No, not at all. But I do think that this is the future of computing, and I want to ride that wave while I can. So I've been working out of this every single day, multiple hours a day, and that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, time to strap in and grind. There will never be a cool way to put this on. Like, you will always look lame as hell putting this shit on. We're so back. All right. Just wrapped up a solid work session with the Vision Pro, and I am hungry. Haven't eaten breakfast yet. Normally, I don't eat much breakfast. I'm normally just like a coffee for breakfast guy, then eat an early lunch. So, time for me to have an early lunch. It's 11:30 right now. All right, so I'm kind of embarrassed to show what I'm gonna have for lunch, but whatever. My existence is pretty embarrassing, period. So, let's dive into this. I don't know about y'all, but I hopped on this Ninja Creamy train. It was super trendy on social media, and there's like a whole really great video I'll link in the description below explaining what exactly the Ninja Creamy is. As a part of lunch, almost like a pseudo dessert, I have this like healthy protein ice cream. It's not my entire lunch. I kind of just have it as like a snack. It's almost like an acai bowl type of thing. And it's relatively healthy. There's like, I don't know, 20 grams of protein in that thing. And does it taste like ice cream? No, it does not. You can clearly see that it tastes healthy. But the reason is because I showed this before, but I make this ice cream using Huel on the inside. So for those of you that don't know what Huel is, it's kind of like Soylent, you know, that shit that was really, really trendy amongst like the tech bros that was like, oh, I'm not gonna eat for satisfaction, I'm eating for fuel, fuel is fuel. And like, it's honestly kind of gross. My friends have tried it and they say this is like disgusting, but I think it tastes good enough for me to have like this dopamine hit of like, oh, it's kind of like eating a healthy ice cream. Once again, does not taste like sweet, pure ice cream, but it's good enough for me to eat on a daily basis and get a little sweet treat in my day-to-day. So this is part one of my lunch, and then the other part is I got some leftover food from Costco. That's lunch. This is what it ends up looking like, and not gonna lie, it looks pretty good to me. Like, look at that texture. It is very ice cream-esque. Live taste test. Definitely one of those things that looks way better than it tastes. Like, you think this is gonna taste straight up like strawberry ice cream. It does not. It's very, very healthy tasting. Take it for what it's worth. So it is currently like 2:30, gonna get a little afternoon snack in me since I had kind of an early lunch. Number one, we got some Costco leftover mac and cheese. I just feel like it's like such a little kid food that I'm kind of embarrassed whenever I say I love mac and cheese, but can't help it. It is so damn good. I just love cheese. I am heavily lactose intolerant. And then to wash it down, we got some Korean tea. It's called boricha. It is some barley tea, and I've been getting this in the mix lately. So I've been drinking this pretty often, mostly in the afternoon. I loved sipping on a warm beverage while working. Like, I love drinking coffee while working, but you know, I'm not trying to get blasted with caffeine at like 3 p.m. So I'm on the tea grind, got this going, and honestly, it's super simple. I just have my barley here, I got my hot water here, and then I just let it steep for like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. We got a nice little cup of tea. Let it kind of get all nice. They're all percolating up in there, getting to know each other. So can't wait to sip on this. I actually got some new cups lately. I got it as a little birthday gift from a friend. It is a, look at that, like double walled, really pretty. It's from Fellow. They make coffee glasses a lot, and really, really pretty stuff. So super excited to drink tea out of this. And I guess I also realized I never told you what exact features I'm building for the investment banking mock interviews. There are like two main features that we're building out. Number one is, I guess there's something called a higher view interview in the investment banking world. It's essentially like a video interview where they ask you a question and then you have to record a video response. I think you have like 60 seconds to think of a response and then 90 seconds to record the video. I've never done it before, but my co-founder told me about it. So I was like, all right, pretty good. Let's build that out. Shouldn't be too hard. Essentially, we have a lot of the building blocks of creating a mock interview question. Now we're just like repurposing it, redesigning it in a way such that we can present it as a higher view interview. So I don't think that'll be too bad. And then the next thing that we're going to do is almost like creating a question bank for investment banking interviews. You know how there's like leak code for software engineering interviews? I guess there's no equivalent necessarily in the investment banking space. So that will be something that we're going to build out and see if like there's any appetite for it amongst people that want to break into investment banking. We don't know if it's going to work. This is just a guess that we have. This could all be for nothing. But I think that's also the whole point of building product. It's like you kind of just have to take like calculated risks and see what sticks and see what doesn't stick. And if the investment banking interviews don't work out, then we'll go back to the coding interviews. And then if the coding interviews don't work out, we'll just scrap the product and do something else. But for now, we have plenty of time left to like experiment and still figure out product market fit. So those are the main things that I'm going to be building. I do think right now I am pretty confident by 7 p.m. I could finish the higher view mock interview. I don't think that'll be too bad. But creating the question bank of like leak code style interviews, that might be a little bit more complicated.
I don't think I can get that done today, so probably that's like a tomorrow thing or maybe a this weekend type of activity. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated as I chip away at this little project.
So pretty. No, just kidding. It low key looks like piss, but I promise it tastes pretty good.
Surprise, we are in the office. It is Friday morning, and I'm in the office today for no reason in particular outside of the fact that there are some dinner plans down in the area where the office is located. So I figured, hey, might as well go. My day job has this office space and a co-working space, which we are at right now. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's just a co-working space. I'm here super early at like 7 a.m. right now. So I did a couple hours before my actual work day starts. By now, you already know the drill. Right now, it is time to do some 9 to 5 job because it's not my 9 to 5 hours yet. So I probably have like 2 to 3 hours of work time to continue building out the higher viewed interview features for Perfect Interview, the app that I'm building out. And I think I'll make some good progress. We made some pretty good progress last night. I laid out a lot of the foundational work. Normally I do a lot of the front end work first and then I do the back end afterwards. But yesterday I did a lot of the back end first. So everything's hooked up in the back end now. I just have to hook everything up on the client side and make everything look really pretty, because I'm a designer. I'm not a designer. I'm an awful designer, but I'm trying to survive out here. Okay. It's hard being like a solopreneur. Busy morning ahead today. Got a lot to build out still, but not gonna lie. I do like going to the office these days. I think, don't get me wrong. I love working from home, but I am getting a little sick of it. I think if I were to get a full-time job somewhere else, big if, because ideally my next full-time job would be working for myself and doing my own thing. But if I do decide to join another company, I would 100% want to join a company that has some in-office presence. Not every day, but at least like, I don't know, 2 to 3 days a week, like Tuesday through Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday, something like that. I go some days without talking to any human beings for multiple days in a row and not leaving my house. And I don't think that's good for my mental health or my development as a human being. Sometimes I forget how to talk to people and then I'm hanging out with friends and I'm like, uh, I don't, I don't know how to interact with you. I'm sorry. I am not socialized right now. Let me know what your thoughts are on work from home, return to the office, because I'm like 3.5, almost 4 years in on this work from home thing, and I'm getting a little sick of it. I'm here so early, the coffee's not even ready yet. So just gonna sip on some water, bust out some code right now. So let's get started. I guess I could also just show you a quick little office tour. This is just a co-working space, and this is all communal stuff. Yeah, just like drinks, little office space, trash area as well here. Nothing crazy. That's the office. All right, it is currently noon. It is time to eat. It is lunchtime. I'm a little sussed out because I'm so self-conscious of filming in public, especially in like a work environment. Bro, luckily there's not too many people here, so that's why I have this whole like conference room all to myself, so I have a little bit of privacy. But yeah, I'm gonna be whispering. I can't be too crazy. I can't tweak out too hard on camera right now just because there's other people in the office. Only like 2 other people. It's a pretty empty office. It's a Friday. Nobody comes into the office at this time. But it is time for lunch, but because I do not get free food at work anymore, and also because out of principle, I refuse to pay for lunch. Just a thing. I hate paying for lunch. I don't know. It just feels wrong. So today we are subsisting off of the fruit snacks at work. It's toxic. It's a red flag behavior. I know that. But we got a beef jerky stick. I'll probably get like 3 of these later on. And then a granola bar. And then some kombucha. What a struggle lunch. We'll do a live taste test while we chat a little bit. So I think one thing that I always find really interesting about, still working in big tech and having my day job, which I'm really thankful for in the end. I know sometimes it can get kind of tough. And there are times where I'm like, it's so hard to balance like both the content and the SaaS stuff as well as working a full-time job. I am still thankful at the end of the day that I had this full-time job just because like layoffs hit left and right. Having a stable income is so great. And also just in terms of like an entrepreneurial perspective, having this stable income helps me to like fund my own endeavors. So I'm basically my own venture capital investor. So it helps me not have to worry about like paying for rent. So I can be more experimental with the products. I don't have to focus on making a ton of money with products or content. I can just kind of enjoy the process a little bit more and think more long-term with my decisions as well. First bite of the beef jerky, Archer mini beef jerky stick. It's supposed to be like a healthy Slim Jim. I mean, it's good. It's better than a Slim Jim. Tastes the same to me. I don't think I'd be able to tell blind side by side taste stuff. But because I still code in my day job and I still code my own products, man, it's just so funny how different the coding experience is in like a big company versus by myself. In a big company, we got to stress the tiny details, right? 100% unit test coverage, make sure nothing breaks. I mean, it makes sense why I got to do that because we have like legit thousands, if not millions of customers using your product. I go back and build my own stuff. It's like the wild, wild west when I code on my own project. No rules. I've not written a single test case for my any of my personal products and ever. I've never done that for my products. Yeah, I just test on prod. I develop on prod, push directly to main, send it, baby. Probably not the best engineering practice, but I'm also the only engineer right now, so it's not too big of a deal. But later on, if I ever get to the point that I have to hire another developer, then we probably want to clean up our engineering practices a little bit. Yeah, it's always been an interesting experience. Context switching between the two, just because the coding and engineer cycle and processes are so different. Now we got this Kodiak cake protein bar. Let's see how it tastes. Cool. I mean, it's like any granola bar. Let's see if it's any better than like a generic name brand. Nothing crazy. It's good. Not bad. Is it better than other generic ones? Debatable. Anyways, that's this edition of Lunchtime Talk. 5 of these and 5 beef sticks. And maybe another kombucha as well. So gonna chill. Probably watch a little bit of YouTube to pass the time. Then gotta get back on the grind. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully tonight I'll have some time to work on the perfect interview stuff. I worked in the morning, made a lot of progress. I put a screenshot right here. How it looks so far. It looks better. Not super ugly, but not fully functional either. I am getting dinner with a friend tonight again because I have so many friends and I'm not a loser, despite what you may think about. But not too much time to do too much work. But fingers crossed I can just push through the work as fast as I can. And because it is Friday, maybe I'll wrap up the day up a little bit earlier. Off the record, of course. But busy day. Got a lot of work to do before I go out to dinner because chances are I will not be doing any work after dinner. See you guys in a bit. Hopefully I'll have some substantial update for you later today. Yo, we on some gang shit right now. It is currently Friday at 11 p.m. and I finally got some time post dinner with my friends to build out this damn mock interview feature for the investment banking mock interview I was talking about, this higher view interview. So let me show you a quick demo of how it all works. Bang. All right. So we have this little interview lobby to create the interview. And then honestly, the feature is pretty simple. Once you start, like this is it. It's just very basic questions. Apparently this is like a very like high level part of the interview, like a very early process of the interview, just to weed out like really candidate and stuff like that. So you just got a question, walk me through a DCF. We have 30 seconds to prepare an answer. Then we say, this is a test answer to question 1. Then we go to the next question, new question. I don't know what that is. What the hell? Major asset class. What the? I'm not an investment banker. Then we say, this is a test answer to question number 2. And then there's a third question. And then you say, this is a test answer to question number 3. Stop the recording and the interview. Then this modal pops up. We upload all of the videos. And oops. Oh, all right. Yeah. And then we can review the interview. Then bang, we have the answer to question 1, to question 2, question 3. Not too bad of a feature to build out. Happy I was able to get it done tonight though. I think my co-founder and I, we are trying to launch this as soon as possible. So my goal is to try to get everything done for this weekend. So this is a big step. This is step 1 of things to complete for the weekend. Step number 2 is trying to create like almost like a leak code for investment banking questions where people can just grind out a bunch of questions. And this has been requiring a lot more, like a lot deeper collaborations with myself and my co-founder, because I'm just providing a lot of the technical skills. I don't know what an investment banking interview is like. That's really a huge part of having a co-founder when you're building something. Like you lean on them and you lean on each other for this type of expertise and stuff. Just having that trust in each other to build and having that trust that they know. Coming up this weekend, hopefully we can launch soon. I might give a little financial update about how the product is doing. Let me know if you're curious to know those details, and I can make a video detailing all of that. I think it is time to sleep since it is 11 p.m. Bro, we turning up at the club. Y'all at the club. I'm in my IDE, cuz. We going crazy. It's a movie. All right, I'm getting delusional. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and go to sleep before I say something stupid. See you probably tomorrow as I build out the next feature of Leak Code for investment banking. So the design and everything kind of stressing me out. That's it tomorrow. I am unwell. I'm unwell. It is currently the next day. It's 1:30 p.m. I haven't showered. Look at this mess. I look insane right now. And I also just had way too much caffeine today. I feel like I'm gonna explode out of my skin. Someone SOS, please send me help. But I have been coding all day today to get this stupid ass feature done for the investment bankers out there of the world and their whole mock interview solution. So let me walk you through it because I just finished up after like a 5-hour coding session this morning. I'm beat. I need a rest. I can't even film. I can hardly film right now, but let me just walk you through what we got cooking up over here. Okay. Okay. Let's make it quick. This old thing over here, this is what I've been working on for the past couple of hours. We got bang all of our questions over here on the left-hand side. We got the category. Clearly the category is wrong, but that is because my co-founder's going to take care of that. But you don't care about that because this is an engineering channel and you're curious about how I built it. And last but not least, we have this little status right now of whether you have solved it or not. So when you go click into the question, you're going to see an answer key, a solution there, as well as your answer that you can fill out on the side. Obviously, this varies depending on what type of question you're working on. But I'm going to be honest, this feature right here is it's way more complicated than it looks because it looks like, oh, just a simple text box that you enter in with like a category right here. But it is like a lot of nested categories, subcategories. Let me show you the code that is behind it. Yeah, see right here, we have to like, this part is the crazy part where you have to group by subheaders, group by headers, and then just do so much nested iteration to render this text block right here of the varied income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet that you have to fill out. And then you can submit the question, scroll through all of the questions as well. And yeah, this is a doozy. This is a lot. Normally, when I build things, the front end part is the easier part and the back end part is usually a little bit more complicated just because I am much more comfortable in the front end than the back end. But this whole feature right here, the front end was way more complicated than I had ever anticipated. Yeah, it kind of sucked. But at least for now, my part is done. The engineering work is done for now. I look like a mad scientist. What I need to go take a shower. I smell disgusting. But I'm excited that this feature is done because I think that this pivot is going to be good. I was kind of mentioning this earlier before in the earlier part of the video when I first announced this major pivot in terms of like the product that's moving forward. But once again, we're not completely giving up on the coding interviews out there. We definitely want to build in that space eventually. But just for now, the investment banking interview prep space is just a lot less competitive just because there are less developers going into that space. So it's got to get the low hanging fruit, get the easier. I mean, I say easier, but it's still going to be really hard. Get the easier customers, get the easier product out. And then eventually, I'm not forgetting about all y'all software engineers out there. We're coming back with a better, improved mock coding interview experience. So thanks for coming along in this journey. It's been a crazy one. Finally got the feature done. See you in the next one.